Time now for your local news week in review. The body recovered from a quarry in Quarry Park in Waite Park has been identified as 30-year-old Philip Miller of St. Cloud. Sunday morning, authorities say the body of Miller was found floating in Quarry Park and pulled to shore. This is the same quarry that had been partially drained and searched in the past during the search for Philip Miller earlier this year. Miller had been reported missing and believed to have taken his own life in the park. Wright County authorities say a body has been recovered from the Mississippi River in an area of Otsego where searchers have been looking for a Monticello man who had been missing since Saturday. A man's body was pulled from the river about 11:30 Thursday morning. It was found by volunteers who had been looking for 23-year-old Joseph Brunn. Family members and searchers confirmed the body found was that of Brunn's. He was last seen leaving a bar early Saturday heading to a nearby hotel but never made it there. His family says he was at a wedding before he disappeared. The 13-year-old Pine River girl who attempted to hang herself in a bathroom at Riverside Elementary in Brainerd back on October 1st has died. The girl's family released this statement on Thursday, quote, "We are terribly saddened to report that our daughter, 13-year-old Vienna Peterson, is no longer with us. We, being the family, want to thank the community for its thought and prayers and still request privacy at this difficult time," unquote. The Little Falls Fire Department responded to a cornfield fire at the Paul Neiman Jr. residence on Jewel Road. Around 3:30 Wednesday afternoon, 19 Little Falls firefighters battled the cornfield fire for nearly 2 hours. The fire was contained to the cornfield, but Little Falls Fire Chief Mike Neiman estimated approximately 5 to 6 acres were burned. There were no injuries. A 27-year-old man was injured Tuesday in Morrison County. The sheriff's office stated that 36-year-old Loretta Mueller of Piers was heading north on Highway 10 around 7 o'clock, making a left turn onto 200th Street when she was hit in the southbound lane by 27-year-old Trevor Newman of Little Falls. Mueller was not hurt. Newman was taken to St. Cloud Hospital with reported non-life-threatening injuries. Stearns County reported a farm accident Tuesday night around 10 o'clock in rural St. Joseph Township. 53-year-old Douglas Fuchs of Cold Spring was found trapped in a corn bin and rescued from his entrapment. He was taken to St. Cloud Hospital for treatment of non-life-threatening injuries. Motorists traveling Highway 10 north of Sartell will encounter lane closures and delays as segments of the road are reduced to a single lane. The closures that began earlier this week will occur 5:30 a.m. to sunset, Mondays through Saturdays on both directions of Highway 10 between County Road 33 north of Sartell and County Road 40, the halfway crossing north of Rice. The closures are needed as crews resurface 10 miles of roadway on both directions of Highway 10. A St. Cloud man who pleaded guilty Monday to a drug charge admitted that he shared crack cocaine with a woman who later died from an overdose. 60-year-old Marvin Davis pleaded guilty to a third-degree controlled substance crime. Davis admitted providing crack cocaine to 32-year-old Shakita Clark, who died at Davis's East St. Cloud apartment. A medical examiner determined Clark died from mixed drug toxicity and that she had ingested crack and heroin. Davis was sentenced Monday, receiving a 42-month stayed sentence. Local Little Falls resident Rusty Guaz from the Little Falls Baseball Association has helped get an effort started to add baseball fields in Little Falls. The hope is to add up to 4 baseball fields, starting with 2 at the Belle Prairie Complex north of the radio station. Guaz has gotten the support of the school board, who owns the land, to look further into the potential project. The school board seems willing to donate the land to the project if all the work and materials are purchased by the private group without any monies going from the school. Right now, the project is still in the planning stage. Guaz and others are looking into finding a way to add baseball fields to the Belle Prairie Complex area while continuing to share it with soccer too. Additional logistics before this can become a reality is adding drainage ditches and space for parking. Guaz also expressed interest in adding a bathroom on site and a concession area to help both sports. Once the planning is complete, they will have a better idea of what funds are needed and potential timelines. They do plan to hold future fundraisers and apply for a grant from the Twins Play Ball Minnesota Fund. Officially, the Little Falls School Board has not voted on this yet, but they had a positive reaction to the idea when Guaz presented it to them a couple weeks ago. KLTF's team won the second annual Kiwanis Trivia Night back on Thursday night at the Little Falls VFW. The proceeds of the event went to Kinship of Morrison County. And AM 960 KLTF celebrated 65 years of broadcasting this past week, as it was on Thursday, October 8th, 1950, that AM 960 KLTF first went on the air at 10 a.m. That was a Sunday, October 8th of 1950. That completes this week's Local News Week in Review.